I recently pulled off a fun experiment by mashing together 3 totally separate images using an AI Elements feature to see what kind of video I could create. I took a portrait of myself, a moody street background, and an image of a wild orange suit, then used the AI tool to stitch them all into one scene. The result was a 5-second clip of a guy in an orange suit walking out of a building, and while it had a few jittery frames, it looked surprisingly cool. I'm going to show you where to find these tools and how I used them, but more importantly, I'll walk you through how I turned those raw outputs into professional social clips with Vizard. It's all about maintaining a content pipeline without losing your mind or spending hours manually editing every single render. Let's start with step 1, the Elements tool. Once you're logged in, you select the Image to Video Elements mode, which lets you drop in up to 4 different images and a prompt to guide the AI. For that orange suit clip, I combined my photo, the street, and the suit, then typed a detailed prompt about the man walking and looking toward the camera. If the model recognizes your components, it manages to assemble them into a cohesive little scene. It is definitely not instant, as I often waited nearly 10 minutes just to get a 5-second render, and sometimes you get weird artifacts. You might get a jacket tail that defies gravity, a blob of pixels where a car should be, or a door that suddenly turns into a spaceship hatch. Still, when it actually works, it's like magic. Being able to combine elements from different renders into one moving scene without needing a perfectly composed starting image. I experimented heavily, like trying to stage a professional exchange with 2 people and an attaché case in a warehouse. The first render had all the pieces, but the guy never actually handed the case over, so I had to refine the prompt multiple times. On the 3rd try, I explicitly wrote that she accepts the case and holds it by the corner, though the AI decided to bend physics and make it look like a strange loop. Even with morphing glitches, I was mainly just focused on getting the action to actually happen. Then I tried a car driving sequence, but the AI struggled with consistent angles and made me look like a giant in a tiny vehicle. It's fun to iterate, but it's a good reminder that while these tools are incredibly powerful, they are also highly unpredictable. Even with a dog and a ball, I learned that while the Elements workflow is great for novel scenes, the output is often inconsistent and needs cleanup. I realized that if you include extra descriptive lines like specific clothing details or eyewear, the model does a much better job preserving your specific portraits. Now, here is where Vizard comes in and why I'm highlighting all these wacky experimental outputs. These Elements tools are cool for making bits of video, but they are not built to manage a professional content pipeline. They don't pick the best moments, they don't batch slice long content into viral clips, and they definitely don't auto-schedule your posts across multiple platforms. After generating a bunch of these clips, I uploaded them into Vizard and it completely changed the game for me. Vizard scanned all my footage to find the most engaging bites, focusing on movement, clear faces, or the best punchlines. Instead of manually chopping up every single take, Vizard picked the viral parts, made tight edits, and even suggested caption templates. That alone saved me hours of tedious labor, but the real magic was using Vizard's auto-schedule feature. I set my posting frequency once, and Vizard queued everything up to publish automatically to my social accounts. I didn't have to babysit the uploads, and the content calendar made it easy to see exactly what was going live and when. Compared to the Elements tool, which focuses solely on generating visuals, Vizard is truly about turning those visuals into a systematic, scalable pipeline. Don't get me wrong, the other tool is rad for prototyping characters, but its limits are obvious when you need to grow. Some competitors charge high prices but don't give you post-scheduling or cross-platform publishing, which forces you to do it all manually. Vizard stands out because it automates the editing and distribution loop, allowing you to refine and push out content without reinventing the wheel. For a practical example, I took my orange suit clips and let Vizard generate different edits for different social formats. It suggested fun captions, recommended hashtags based on current trends, and I scheduled the different versions for primetime slots in minutes. My big tip is to provide clear reference text for consistent characters and toss the unusable junk into a separate folder before you start editing. If you want consistent characters across multiple clips, except that you will need some retouching, like color fixes or cropping, which Vizard handles beautifully. Let's be real, Vizard isn't pixie dust that fixes impossible physics, but it makes turning messy experimental clips into something professional way faster. For creators who want to experiment with generative scenes and actually get reliable distribution, this combined workflow is incredibly efficient. One final note, I'm not sponsored by either of these tools. I'm just sharing my personal workflow and what actually works for me. I love experimenting with new creative tech, and I love saving time, which is exactly why Vizard is a staple in my process. If you want to try this, play with an elements generator to build your scenes, don't fear iteration, and upload your best work to Vizard. Use the Auto Edit Viral Clips feature to find those snackable moments and set up your auto schedule so your content works while you sleep. It turns a handful of weird experimental videos into a steady stream of social content without the daily grind of manual editing. Alright, that is it from me for today. I will definitely make more videos experimenting with characters, and I'll keep using Vizard to actually get that stuff out into the world. If you liked this breakdown and want to see more weird jacket tail montages, let me know in the comments. Thanks for sticking around, and I'll see you in the next one, hopefully with fewer teleporting balls and much cleaner shorts.